Hello, Fran here with Stampendous to highlight some fun new stamps and products to go with them. And so here we have the bird collage, and this one has your deep etched cling stamps and also the dies in the same package. So there's 10 pieces in the bird collage and also 10 pieces in the butterfly collage. So you have your butterflies, dragonflies, flowers, and the dies to go with them here. And be sure and you'll see a lot of fun ideas on the back of the packaging. And this is where let's see if I can slide this off here. So I'll show you some of the other products that we used in combination with these that make it so fun. So let's see. Here I did just some different color schemes with the birds all in blues or the bright colors. And here I've got the sepia and a little sparrow and the monarch butterflies. You can really just do all different color combinations. And again, the bird by your choice of colors can be any different bird you need. Okay, and then because these have the dies, it makes it very fun to be able to quickly create a card with all of the die cut pieces and the little butterflies and the flowers. My fun idea here with this meadow was that you could have all of the little butterflies just sailing through the view here, and you have a nice little background. And I wanted to show you how versatile this was in the way that I designed this. It looks like a pathway and then the green on the rest of the hills when I color it this way. But now look at it. Okay, this one was kind of pastel, and this was all, you know, Copic markers. Here I did more colors on the flowers instead of just the whites. And on the next one, I showed you that this area now can become a little stream cutting through the meadow, or it can be more of a dirt road. So you have options. And of course you can easily crop one part of it to make an A2 card or use the other part as well. I try to keep that in mind with all of the slim designs. And then let's see some other ones that are going to also coordinate with this theme. We've got the slim feathers, and it's deeply etched, as you can see. And here we've made a fun card for slim where we just cut it in half so that you can create an interesting little opening and a place to write your message on the inside. And I played around again with a bunch of different color schemes, and you can really go wild here and just do all sorts of fanciful colors. Then we did 2 6x6s, and here you can see this one is the Leafy Breeze, and it's also planned to be very versatile in that you could stamp it side by side this way and create a longer stretch just with all the swirly little dots and more, you know, so it just interconnects every which way. And once you have the stamps and your different ink pads, and you can do some more of a mixed media approach, you can see that this one works very nicely to create a lot of layers of color. So let me show you here. So the wispy branches on these, I like stamping them with multiple colors of ink, and then doing some sponging for a little bit, hints of blue, and then the nest can simply be stamped on top of the branch, and it works quite nicely. I might have colored in a little bit more brown, perhaps, so that the nest isn't quite as see-through. Don't want to lose any of those little chicks, those little birdies. I've so enjoyed watching Spring Watch on BritBox, I guess, and they've had these cameras on all of the little bird nests, and you could just see all of the tiny little baby birdies developing there in their little nest. So I want to show you this one we stamped just right on top. Yeah, here I colored in a little bit more. And then with these, if you want to take your craft knife, you can simply do a little cut line along the front edge of the nest, and you can stamp and color and then die cut your little bird's eggs, and then just tucking them in under that edge worked quite nicely on these two cards. And another option on this one I'll show you. By stamping a nest a second time, you can actually cut away and build up the front layer and tuck the little eggs underneath, and we'll just put some little sticky squares. To create the 3D effect here. I'll just let it sit there for the moment. And there's a little nest, and here's our happy little birdie there. And then this slim card was using the Leafy Breeze, and again I stamped it the second time this way, and I'll show in another video using the Mermaid Sea, one of the new 5-jar embossing kits. The vintage blue is a clear powder that is just so fun to play with, and I'll show a little bit more of that technique in another video. So here's another one, and with this one I'm using the wood grain slim stamp, and I just had a leftover piece that I cut a couple of little notches and turned it this direction. Now I've got a fence. And then on this one I stamped it on a larger piece of the craft paper, and this is using the dome jar dies, and I found I could create the whole little bird box here that fits to the inside of my card. It goes flat this way, and it will just fit in my A2 card. I'm seeing just a little bit sticking out on the edge because of the thickness of the paper in the fold. But that works quite nicely, and this is the little message in the set: there's no nest like home. And then with this one, I used the wood grain on the front and thought a little hole right there would look like the opening. And this one, I stamped some more of the wood grain on the inside. And on the craft paper with the light color brown, it just adds a nice touch for a background. And with this one, the wood grain works all the way across, and I've got my beautiful little butterflies like they're taken off from the picnic table or something here. There are several new clear sets like the Winged Wishes. This is the Friends Hug and Laugh Every Day. And all of these messages have a style that works together quite nicely. And because I had some little spaces left over, some of the other little icons that I added into the sets work beautifully to make the little trails of your butterflies or your dragonflies. And this one in particular has lots of messages about winged things here, as well as flowers. So all of these different designs coordinate beautifully and will give you a lot of fun hours of stamping.